Kevin.
Wow. What?
You get this only. Nowhere else but you. Kevin is after that. Kevin, I'm not going to lie.
Now we're look at this. A carved penguin. There it is.
Oh, no. Are the O's fine? Are the Orioles fine, Kevin?
Okay.
The Orioles stole it. That game was stolen. It was stolen from them, then they stole it right back.
What?
Oh my God.
Wait, what's going on? What is happening?
What is going on? Was it a diving play? He bobbled the ball.
What is happening? Are they challenging it? No. Other wall. No.
Kevin, I don't know what you saw, how much you saw. I've been chugging champagne. Sure, I spilled a lot, but what a game, man.
He will be the legendary
Birdfish.
How about that?
Birdfish fans, stand up. We did it.
What can I say? What can I say?
Damn, gotta get this out of here. What can I say? What can I say? What's up, Duran? And what's up, everyone? Wow. The Orioles win 11-4 against the red hot. I guess I'm still calling them red hot. I don't care that they lost yesterday. Against the red hot Toronto Blue Jays, running away with it 11-4 in one of those games that you just feel incredible about. Just feel incredible about, especially after everything, a tough season for them to come up. I'm not going to lie. It felt like one of those games where everyone was kind of like, okay, the Blue Jays are coming in. What's going to happen? Could this be a blowout? Could we get 4 games swept? It's not what happens. Orioles on Mo Gabbard. We miss you, Mo. On Mo Gabbard. Moved to 5-0 actually on Mo Gabbard, which is really cool. Orioles win 11-4, and so many things to talk about. I mean, Kobe Mayo going yard. He had a 3-hit game. Also had a double. Adley Rutschman's return. Ramon Lauriano keeps it going. Cowser, Seti. I mean, I'm telling you. It was a great game, and yes, before we move on, I do hope that George Springer's okay. That's always scary, especially we saw what happened with Heston Kjerstad. What happened with him last year, so hope that Springer is okay. But, man, this was a fun game, and you know what? Because it was so fun, I'm pulling up the box score. I'm pulling up the box score. I think we manifested this, guys. I think we manifested it by when did we look at was it Friday? We started looking at the Orioles opening day box score against the Blue Jays. I think we just moved down there. Damn, I don't like moving down there because then you can't see the here. Can you? You can kind of see it now. How's it now? All right, there we go. Awesome. So, Jackson Holliday 0 for 5, really. He and Gunnar Henderson, really the two, actually they are the two that did not get hits. But besides that, Jordan Westburg 3 for 5 on Jordan Westburg bobblehead day. Gunnar also does get the run, so that's good. Adley Rutschman on his return, 3 for 5, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs. He looked incredible. I mean, that was the Adley Rutschman. I'll say it. That's the Adley Rutschman I remember. That's the Adley Rutschman I remember. When I think of Adley, when I think of the guy who turned this team around, this franchise, I think of that guy. Absolutely incredible to see. Ryan O'Hearn, 2 hits. Ramon Lauriano, 2 hits, including the big fly. Colton Cowser goes yard. Cedric Mullins goes yard. Kobe Mayo goes yard. I'm just realizing our final 4 guys all went yard. That's pretty cool. Kobe Mayo absolutely crushed that. How far do we have? I got to look that up real fast. How far was Kobe Mayo's homer? Because it felt like that thing. Where is it? Only 400. I guess he pulled it 413, but absolutely crushed. Absolutely crushed. Get out of here, baseball. Kobe Mayo. I've been saying it. I've been screaming it from the mountaintops. My goodness. Please, 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 please let Kobe Mayo play. Please let him get this opportunity. Please let him get consistent at bats because we've seen him dominate at every level. Let him go out there. Let him get comfortable, and you are really starting to see what can happen. And while we're talking about it, I got to bring it up. Walter, appreciate you. I'm going to go to this real fast. So, Walter, appreciate you. The homegrown lineup next year with Holiday, Westy, Gunner, Mayos, Basayo, Adley, Cowser, Beavers is going to be sick. Add a legitimate top of the rotation starter to Bradish, Rogers, and Kramer. Yeah, I think with all this losing this year, I think you forget that there's a very, very, very solid core. Very solid core still there. And with guys like Basayo, guys like Beaver still to come, it's hard not to get. I know people this year's, been exhausting. But overall, there's a lot to be excited about. There's still a lot to be excited about. Yeah, I mean, hey, I think people forget, these are one of those games. I mean this half jokingly, but I am also serious. Today is one of those days where you get that reminder of you see this lineup once Adley gets back, you're able to put some guys in position and you look down at the lineup and you're like, it's a damn good lineup. It's a damn good one. And Jordan, I'm glad these ones worked out, saying after driving 9 hours for Friday's game, I can say staying longer and hitting every game since then. That was definitely a solid move. Waiting it out paid off. I'm glad they were able to get you that. Glad you were able to get that and at least see those 3 really fun wins. So 18-0. Yesterday was solid. Why am I blanking on yesterday's score? 5-1. I wanted to say 6-1 so bad. 5-1. Good time. But unfortunately, Jordan, you have to be at the rest of them for the rest of the year. It's just how it is. Is Corbin Martin legit? Listen, I get it. It sucks that, we're not in the race, all of that stuff. But they said on the broadcast, these next 2 months, this is about guys like Corbin Martin going out there and showing what they can do. And stepping out and being like, hey, I can do this as well. And yeah, Hunter, there's always this side. They haven't adjusted to Martin yet. Yeah, we've seen this with multiple guys. But, for these guys, people said the same thing about Yanier Cano. Now, yeah, can you say, oh, well, Yanier's not having the great year this year? Yeah, yes, that is easy to say. But if it took him 3 years of him being a dominant reliever for him to kind of come back down to earth, you take it. So it's always, if you're not going to be great, if you're not going to go out there and compete, And yeah, Hunter, I said it took him 3 years, though, of being a dominant reliever. If Corbin Martin wants to give us 3 years, 2 of which he looked unhittable, I'll take it if they figure him out the 3rd year. It's all about trying to find those guys. It's all about trying to find those guys because you found them. Hell, people forget Felix Bautista was not a guy who was like Felix Bautista was not a top prospect. He was a massive human who threw really fast. They brought him up to see what he could do, and eventually he took over. So, hey, not the worst thing if you're able to go get a guy like a Corbin Martin to come up and at least go in, giving some sort of, I don't want to say something to cheer for because, hey, this is a lot of, these past 3 games, if you want things to cheer for, it's been a fun 3 games. I'll say that. It's been a very fun past 3 games for the Orioles, and it feels like hopefully they're just getting started. I mean, because, yeah, Bradish and Wells are coming back. I mean, I hate to say this. I saw someone post it, and it very well could happen. Be very, very, very aware, or I guess ready. This team I could definitely see going on one of those runs. I'm not saying make the playoffs, but going on one of those runs where they have another one, Bradish and Wells, like maybe Messiah and them come up, where I could see them winning like 10 of 13, 13 of, or 14, 15 of 20, and, give you that like, oh, seriously, we're doing this, we're doing this. We're making a run now and to come up short. But, I think this team is playing. We've said this multiple times, and hey, this is I said yesterday, my new goal is to be that last series against the Yankees. I want to knock them out. I think this team can make a run that, I'm not saying 500, I'm not saying playoffs, none of that, but I think they can make a run that kind of gets that winning culture back for next year. Because we talked about why was 2023, why was it so seamless? 2023 was the first year of, they're contenders. They're playing they're doing the damn thing. But it's because of the end of 22. End of 22, they took over and they were that hot team. They were that Detroit Tigers-esque from last year where it just all went their way. They started to really put it together and they established this winning culture. So when you're able to establish a winning culture, even when you don't have necessarily the winning pieces long-term there, hey, start winning. If they can finish the year and you look at the last 50 games and they were 30-20, that's good. That establish winning, because then once you reestablish the winning culture at the end of this year, you go into next year and you can take it from there. Establish winning again, go in the offseason, improve the team, see what you got, and then go for it again next year. I know we love, and we'll do the draft lottery simulator, all that stuff. It's a lot of fun. I would love for the Orioles to somehow get the first overall pick if they don't make don't make the playoffs. I would love to somehow win the lottery and get the first overall pick. But I think the most important thing for 26 is, at the end of the day, you go out there and you continue to win. Not laying over or rolling over, I said. Don't lay down, don't roll over. But if you are new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. We are just 21 subscribers away from 2,000. And actually, funny enough, I believe this is the 1-year anniversary of Kevin and Zach React. It's telling me on YouTube. So it looks like it's the 1-year anniversary of Kevin and Zach React. July 28th. That's where it started. So, hey, we'll see what happens, but appreciate everyone who continues to tune in. These are the fun ones. So I'm excited. Do we see a trade tomorrow? Will the next trade be on Wednesday? Let's talk about this. Let's prediction. When do you think the next Orioles trade will be made? Is it tomorrow? Hell, tonight? We'll still put tonight. Tonight, then we go tomorrow, Wednesday, or Thursday. Put your predictions. Yeah, it's not the first reaction show. We did it for about 2 months on the Ryan Ripken show. So about 2-3 months on the Ryan Ripken platform, and then came over here. So on this channel, it's not technically 1 year since we started, but we'll give it to ourselves. I'm going to give it to ourselves. Well, yeah. Tomorrow is the 1 year for James McCann. Of course, it's a doubleheader. I'm seeing a lot. We'll see. It'll be last second. There are definitely going to be some last second ones. I think Sir Anthony Dominguez is very last second. That could be totally wrong. Got tomorrow. Morton Delta on Wednesday. Yeah, because Morton's supposed to start tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Is he supposed to get – yeah, he's game 1 tomorrow, and then we're undecided game 2. So I do think we see Morton. Hell, if Morton can go out there game 1 tomorrow. Hey, Morton goes out game 1 tomorrow, give me 6 scoreless. Shake hands. Go get us 2 nice prospects. Thank you for everything. That would be a hell of a send-off. Yeah, I mean, if you've been following the channel for a while, I think the latest stream we've had was 2:30, 3 in the morning when Corbin Burns signed in Arizona, and we went. So if they make a trade, you have my word. If they make a trade, I don't care if it's in 10 minutes. I don't care if it's at 3, 4 a.m. We will be live. We will be live. Zach Bollinger guarantee there. But appreciate everyone tuning in. Yeah, for tomorrow. Tonight was, we talk about the day before double headers and the impact they can have. And it's especially is true when you get to the bullpen. When you get to the aspect of, okay, the Blue Jays didn't have the most well-rested bullpen already because they were in a few, like they got blown out the day before as well. I mean, they just lost 10-4 to the Tigers the day before, where their bullpen had to cover. Actually, they actually only had to pitch 2 innings in that game, so that's not even that bad. But you get tonight, let's see how many they had to pitch. 6 2/3. I mean, total, you get a 27th guy in tomorrow, and obviously both teams will most likely use it on a pitcher. But they used five pitchers tonight. And guys like Fisher's definitely not going to be available tomorrow. I know he's pitched 3 of the last 4 days coming into tonight. He's not going to be back out there. So he's a high leverage guy. You absolutely lit up Little. Sorry, I had to. Had to. I would say he might be available, but after this long outing, who knows? It's the Orioles did their damage. And now tomorrow, the goal is, oh, nice. Yankees lose, baby. There we go. There we go, baby. Yankees lose. But, it is a massive advantage when you're able to go and get the bullpen, 5 guys out of it before a game or before the day before a doubleheader. Now the goal in game 1, get to the bullpen. Get to the bullpen, because how do you win game 2 and game 1? You absolutely destroy the bullpen in game 1. They're coming off a long day today. If you are able to get the bullpen, let's say you get their starter out in 5 innings, you make them have to cover 4 innings by themselves. Maybe they have to use 5 guys in that again. All of a sudden, now that's back-to-back games in 24 hours that they've had to use 5 guys. So all of a sudden in game 2, you get to the bullpen. It's their BC guys. It's whoever is just capable of throwing. Can be a big advantage. The Orioles, it's a 4-game series, would love to play spoiler and just kind of take the Blue Jays momentum a little bit. But, hey, we'll see what happens. Definitely would love a split tomorrow at worst in the doubleheader. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe. Going live after every single Orioles game, win or lose. We're less than 20 subscribers away from 2,000. If you could hit that subscribe button, it means the world to us. Let's do our favorite game, 1 up, 1 down. My 1 up for the game, it's got to be Adley returning. 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs, 2 doubles. Adley Rutschman returning to this lineup made you once again remember that this, who he is, what you were missing. Because, it's one thing, obviously, we see all the defensive errors and malfunctions when he is not there. But, man, when Adley's back there tonight especially, he looked like Adley Rutschman. 3 for 5. Just that's what when I think of Adley Rutschman, that's the production I think of. I think of a guy who's back there, takes care of the pitchers, calls a good game, and he's one of those guys that when he's on, he can use the whole field. He'll attack anything. Absolutely love what I saw from Adley tonight. 1 down. I'll go Holiday because he's 0 for 5, only 1 to knock it on. It's the one thing I'll give him. Seen a lot of SETI. 1 up, yeah. Actually, no. My 1 down is that I'm not going to say anything mean because he did it himself. Whoever the umpire was behind home plate, that pitch was so down the middle, it was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortably down the middle. Do you know what how bad of a call something has to be for Kevin Brown to react the way he did? This was a the only thing I can think of is the ump was so genuinely shocked that they had called that that was so that the guy hadn't swung. I mean, that's Kevin, if you're watching, I'm putting the link in the Discord because my computer's being all weird. Awesome. And while we're doing this, I'm going to bring the Tankathon numbers up. Orioles were moving closer. Oh, I didn't even realize this. You guys see it had a I didn't see it on a trade deadline tracker. Wow, we are 2 days, 19 hours. That's so. As we wait for Kevin to get on, I'm gonna do this. We have our draft lottery tracker, and here we go. First of the day. All right, number 2. I'll take it. I'm good with number 2. Good with number 2. But let's reset. Let's see if we can get number 1. Sim lottery. 4. I'm glad we've moved up both times. And then final sim 3. Okay. So 2, 3, 4. I'll take it. If you give me any of these, I'll take it. You give me 2, 3, or 4. Texas moved up 13. That's what we need. We need to go on a run, end with like the 11th, 12th best odds, and then go make a run. And then just somehow move up like 15 spots. It's maybe what we do. Let's just move up 15 spots and then see what happens. Now don't put it past us. Don't put it past us. Also, obviously, I saw the Yankees lose. Did the Red Sox also end up winning, or are they still tied? I saw they took the lead. Oh, they're tied again. Damn. Boston's making a run. Boston is getting pretty close. If they win this game, they're tied with New York. Wow. They'll have more wins than the Yankees. They would have more wins than the Yankees. That would be something. But I'm going to put the call-in link real fast in where it usually is. We'll get the call-in link going. So if you want to call in, remember, hit that like and subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Post-game destination, always a fun time, especially after the wins. After the losses, definitely more of a therapy session for everyone. But never mind. I thought the Twins just took the lead. But we're fine. First up, wow, jumping real fast. We got Walter. Appreciate you, Walter. Just want our core guys to do well and have confidence heading into next year. If we want a bunch and lower draft. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. You know, the draft lottery is cool and everything. At the end of the day, I want this team to reestablish a winning culture somewhere. You know, go establish a winning culture and we can go from there. And I think that really helps going into next year. So first up, we got our guy, Breaking Glenjamin. How's it going, my guy?
It's going awesome.
That was a fun one.
That was a great game. When Seti hit that ball, it just went.
That was one of those that felt good. Like you
That was like game 2 of the wild card series when he hit that home run. I thought that home run in game 2 was going to change it all. But
you and me both.
Same swing, the exact same spot. That ball just went. It jumped off the bat. And then Kobe's was awesome.
Yeah.
The Blue Jays come in. Lots of Blue Jays fans tonight, stealing all the Jordan Westbrook bobbleheads and everything. But yeah, I was able to get a bobblehead, and I was supposed to like be at work and stuff, but I'm thinking of skipping tomorrow because I don't know if all the boys are going to be around. It might be the last chance, and just seeing them play today, that's what it was all about.
Yeah, you know, we talk about before where it's like, especially a guy like Morton starting tomorrow. I would put a lot of money on that's probably his last start in Baltimore. So guys like that, obviously, sadly, Hearns, the Setties, you just don't know how long you have with these guys left still.
Yeah. And all these teams are special. All these players are special. And it's just awesome getting to watch them and to watch them all together.
Yeah.
Westy had some hits. Kobe had that home run. And this pitcher for Toronto, he's not nobody.
No, and that's the thing is it's like, and he's having a decent year. This isn't like he was coming into tonight and he was the worst pitcher in baseball. It wasn't like, Toronto probably went into tonight thinking they had the advantage on the mound.
Yeah.
So that is a damn good win, especially for they just got kind of their teeth kicked in yesterday. They're a hot team looking to just bounce right back. Suddenly they come here, the Orioles give it right to them, and you love to see it.
Yeah, and this team is just 6 or 7 more wins over the course of the season, which they were so capable of. And just like the mood, the conversation, everything would be different.
Yeah.
But it was good showing Toronto that, you can't just come in here and expect those to just roll over and not play and everything. And that lineup and Cedric, I thought he had that first home run caught, but when he caught that second one, I was just like, if this is a send off to Baltimore, if this is the swan song or whatever, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And that's how I remember him always. And, I hope he's still around. I was saying in the stands, we can't trade him. I don't care what happens. We got to keep him. But, yeah.
Yeah, it was a great.
Just feeling nostalgic already.
I know. I am too, and that's what sucks is it's best for business, but it doesn't make it any easier.
Absolutely.
It's good for business, but it doesn't make it any easier.
All right, well, Birdland, show up tomorrow. Come get the stadium-approved clear bags with a little drink holder sewn into the side. Show up for the doubleheader. Show the team you still love them. Might be the last chance to see them. And I'll talk to you all soon.
Awesome. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great one. Boots on the ground as always. We'll catch you next time. Always appreciate our boots on the ground. We got Kevin Ostriker here. Kevin, how you doing?
Oh, man. It's not the Rockies. It's
big.
A good win. And honestly, I think you might have said this, but I think the SETI robbery won them the game. That was the turning point in the game.
I'm not going to argue with you there at all. It felt like that was the moment where everything kind of people took that breath and it was like, okay, like this team, like they've got this, just everyone take a second. And like, it was almost like SETI's weird way of telling the fans, like, just hold on, it's like the thank you, the send off. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big statement win. You get back to 10 under, which again, it's like they're hovering. Can they get to like 7 under, 6 under, please?
No, that's not in the cards. They gotta keep the inconsistencies going, Kevin. They gotta keep the inconsistencies going.
We can have some nice things, but not a lot of nice things. Only
that's for sure. But Kevin, if you want to, we're gonna keep the call-ins rolling real fast. We got Jake behind the scenes. Jake, how we doing, my guy?
What's going on, man?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Doing well.
Better after tonight, yeah.
I know it was a good win. I mean, I was on vacation. I was visiting family this past weekend, so I was kind of in and out. And my dad's like, I think the Orioles just waxed the Rockies. This was, I believe, Saturday night. And I went and looked, and I was like, man, all right. And Mayo's coming up, and I guess first thing, like, I don't know if you mentioned it earlier or not, but I saw that I was watching MLB Network. They were doing the thing on, I think, Ryan Sandberg.
Yes. Yeah. So rest in peace.
So RIP, class of 2005, Hall of Famer. But yeah, no, it's but overall though, it was a good win tonight. I mean, seeing Mayo just feeling more and more confident. And you get to punch the number one right now, the number one team in the American League in the mouth.
Yeah.
You set the tone, and like you guys are saying, like I don't know if you mentioned it yet or not, but I know excuse me, Kevin Brown and company were talking
Yeah.
about how like I guess I keep forgetting about that rule, the 8-run rule, and you can put in a position
Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
And because we only got 7, we stranded 2 in the 7th inning. It was like, okay, cool. Now they got to keep using their pitchers.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's a double, a double header. So
Hey, it worked out well. Not scored the one time the Orioles runner and scoring position woes actually work in their favor.
yeah. And actually, it's funny today. I was taking a different route from the beach to Fayetteville in North Carolina, and I had never done this before. But I went through Cedric Mullins' old stomping grounds. Because I believe he's he's an old Campbell University cat.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
He's a camel.
Yeah, cool camel.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna miss that guy. I mean, hopefully like it'd be great to keep him around, and we know how business is, but he's been a good leader, and do that. I don't care what the metrics say. That guy can field.
Yeah, he definitely.
100%.
I love it. What is it? The worst fielder in baseball?
Yeah, just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And I forgot what it was. I think I was going back. I was listening to on the Ripken show when y'all had who was the old manager from the O's in the 2012s. Buck. Yeah, I don't know why I keep forgetting his last name, but Buck was saying kind of like I think it was Buck who said this was like for young guys coming up, like if you can just field your position amazingly, we can kind of put up with you not hitting as well and going through those streaks. Like as long as like if you may not be scoring runs for us as much as you'd like, but you know what, you're at least keeping runs off the board. It's when you start going both ways, not scoring and giving up is when we are like, hey, we got to take you out.
Yeah, 100%.
And Cedric kept himself going for all like last year. What was it last year? Until like the very end of the year when he actually turned it on. When we were all like, dude, what are we doing with this guy? But it was like, but they just kept putting him back out there because, dude, they're like, the dude has range all over the outfield, and Cowser was a rookie.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. Like, yeah, the metrics, and no one knows ball putting it here. He has an outs above average of +1 and the defensive run saved to -17. I don't know how to make sense. Like, I don't, that's where those metrics make no sense to me because, like, -17 is the worst in baseball. Yeah. But you cannot, like, you can't watch Cedric over the past few days, that diving catch, and then him tonight, and tell me he's the worst defender in baseball. Like, that's where I think the metrics get it completely wrong. I think the metrics are just – the numbers can't tell the whole story because it's like you do need that eye test of looking at that and being like – yeah, he is certainly not the worst defender in baseball.
Yeah, and the national media even says that too. Like, it's funny. It's not just our people who are like, no, this guy's a dude. It's like when they talk about him on the national media too. They're like, no, Cedric Mullins is a great fielder. Like, props to this kid. And I'm gonna say I saw. So I think Jacob is it Meyer? He tweeted. I want to say he tweeted it this afternoon during the game. It was like. Somebody did, and I was like, "Damn, that sucks." I mean, it's good and bad, but it was like this is the 6th game this year where like the core guys played together. It was like this is what we were promised, kind of deal. Like, not like what was it? Our 2 best hitters, or at least guys with the most hits of the year, went 0 for 9 with Gunnar and Jackson, but that didn't matter because the rest of the lineup was like, "We got you, fam."
Yep. Exactly, and that's what you want to see. That's why I keep saying like this year sucked. It really has. It hasn't been fun, but it's games like tonight where they put it all together, where it's like that reminder that this is still a damn good team, and the core and youth of it still like they still have that core. It's about them stepping up. So guys going out there and like Basayo, like Beavers, younger guys stepping up, but just. Kobe Mayo, but overall, like they have not had this core for the majority, if really at all, of this. So I think that's the biggest takeaway is how we can at least look forward to having them back, all together, because the best ability is availability still. So when these guys are all in the field together, it makes it a whole lot better. It really does.
Oh, 100%. This team, I don't, and I know when I first started calling into this to you guys, I remember asking the first question, and I'm still curious as to whether or not the O's are where they stand when it comes to their strength and conditioning and keeping guys on the field. And are we in the middle of the pack? Are we at the back of the pack? Are we just unlucky?
I know we are not close to being the best. So
Really?
Yeah, I know at least condition this year. I know that we have the most, at least top 3 injuries, top 3, 4. So
yeah,
they're definitely struggling there.
Yeah, so hopefully, I don't know what the funding, how they do that stuff, where that money pool comes from, but hopefully they redirect a lot of that in the winter to, I don't know if it's a new facility, because I feel like every time I turn around, like the Dallas Cowboys have a new facility, like an all-world facility,
right.
Or the Ravens, right? Like the Ravens,
they've done their upgrades.
Yep. And they got vegetable gardens or whatever it was that they went out there.
They have a little bit of everything.
I was going to say those football, they invest so much, but I think Orioles got to get back on some sort of, they got to upgrade something, because the past few years, but especially this year, it's not been great. It really hasn't. But Jake, appreciate you as always, my guy. Glad to talk to you, and we'll catch you next time. Appreciate you. Awesome. We got our next guy up. We got Joey behind the scenes. Joey, how you doing?
What's going on, Joey?
Oh, Joey, you're muted.
Excuse me.
Joey, what's up, man?
What's good, guys? So we had the PBR shirt in the last. Now you got the PBR hat. Here we go. Blue ribbon. Great beer.
I'm loving it.
Zach's down or whatever. Jackson Holiday. His guy that he doesn't believe in.
There we go.
Like, what else to say? I mean, I had KO last night. Kevin was down in the dumps. Now he's coming in here with the energy. He's getting back on the bandwagon. I love it.
Hey, good. This is awesome. I mean, you know what, Joey? Not the Rockies. I love it. Not the Rockies.
Yeah, but what else do you expect from the Orioles? Where it's like play down, play up. It's just the Maryland Classic. It's like you're lackadaisical with the easy stuff, but when it's time to lock in, you lock the hell in.
So true. It is so true.
Yeah, I wish the Ravens could be like that a little bit more in the playoffs, but that's a whole different story.
Well, that's football, man. You're talking about single elimination. Come on, Zach. Like, you're one game. You got one day.
Yeah, but if we're stepping up when we're doing that, I would like us to do it a little bit more in the one game.
Look, man, I know, but football's different. But let's talk about Kobe Mayo. Let's talk about this guy who, in the beginning of the season, you're down in the dumps, right? You're lashing out at the media. You're frustrated. And then now, here he comes again, man. The mindset, locked in, you get your opportunity, and you capitalize. Yeah. Every single time. And that's what I love the most. It's contagious.
I mean, they need to keep getting him reps. That's the biggest thing for him, is he needs reps. Because for him, it's just he's got to get comfortable. They got to continue to get him out there. And I think when O'Hearn is probably gone in the next day or 2 or 3,
well,
that opens up a little bit. But Ryan Mountcastle's right there, so they're gonna have to still get creative with how they get him opportunities. But it's just another thing where they need to get him, another 5, consistently in 50% of the time.
I mean, that's opportunity cost, right? So. I mean, you want Kobe Mayo to be in the lineup, but are you willing to bench O'Hearn and Laureano for?
Well, that's why it's easier when they're gone.
Sure, but so you think O'Hearn and Laureano? You know what I mean? So
I think O'Hearn's definitely gone. Laureano, I'm on the fence about. I would not trade him, but I wouldn't be shocked if a team overpays and the Orioles end up taking.
I had Jim Palmer. Jim Palmer was coming at me. I was tweeting about Laureano. I have much respect for Laureano's competitiveness is world class. He is the quintessential competitor in any team's lineup where it's like he brings the fire. I mean, he's yelling at the ump. He's probably yelling at Tony Manzolino. He's probably yelling at everyone. And that's that's, I mean, you need a firecracker. You need a guy who can go out there and cause a ruckus.
Yeah.
But man, dude, like, I mean, to get rid of O'Hearn, like, I mean, Ryan was talking just about, does he really want to get rid of him? Like, there's a lot of choices. There's a lot of different paths that the Orioles can choose to go down, and I think still remain extremely competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have to trade the whole team away, and I don't think they should or they will. But I think when it comes to, again, to me, it's just like how many of these guys are going to be with the team next season on expiring. It's like Lauriano with the option. I personally wouldn't move off of him unless, like, we're talking about there is like a Godfather offer that you just can't refuse. And in that situation, the Orioles might think that this is the peak of Lauriano right now, and maybe he won't be as good next year. I believe in Lauriano personally. I think that he's a good guy for them, but it's more so about like the Dominguezes of the world and O'Hearn and Mullins. Do you keep both of those guys? Do only one of them get traded? So that's like that conversation.
I think in my ideal scenario, honestly, keep O'Hearn. Why? You want a platoon at first base. Left-handed first baseman come at a premium in the MLB, okay? A guy like Anthony Rizzo for the Cubs, or even Anthony Rizzo when they went to the World Series, you know what I mean? Left-handed first baseman is a premier position. And Lauriano, with how we have Kowser and O'Neill struggling and all these different avenues we could go down, here's what I'm saying, okay? Trade Mullins, okay? You've drafted all these prospects like we talked about yesterday. You got 4 guys. You just picked up 2 more from Soto's trade. Why do you have to sell house? Why do you have to empty the war chest when you want to compete? And if the deadline rolls around, honestly, sign O'Hearn. I don't care.
Well, that's the thing. If you don't trade O'Hearn, you have to know you're going to sign him, because the worst thing you can do is you don't trade him and then he walks in free agency and then you get a comp round 2 pick for him.
But is he the guy that you would expect to walk?
I don't know, but also his first contract,
so.
if the Orioles are giving him, hey, we'll give you 10, 15, another team comes looking for, hey, we need you, we'll give you 20. I would not, that's where, I think that's the thing is it's, I would love to live in the, he's going to be like, I love Baltimore, I'm staying, but the Orioles also have to love him. I think that's where I don't know if another team willing to spend more money, because it's also, if you're the Orioles, Sam Basayo's a left-handed bat. He kind of takes over that first base DH left-handed spot from O'Hearn, I think. Are you giving at bats to a Kirsten next year, a Beavers next year? I think it turns into that. What do you do with Mountcastle? I think if you keep O'Hearn, now you have technically, if you want to put Basayo in there, you have 4 guys for first base. So I don't know if it makes sense long-term for O'Hearn, but I agree he's one of those guys that you hate to see. I just don't know if it makes sense to have him blocking Basayo and those guys.
Man, dude, but okay, so say you trade, are you going to trade Mullins, O'Hearn, and Sir Anthony Dominguez? That doesn't sound like a team to me that wants to compete more. In 26. You said and more? That doesn't sound like the
But all of them aren't here in 26. They're all on expiring deals.
Yeah, well, it's time to sign them. It's time to pay up. It's time to pay up.
The thing for me is if they're going to if they have a plan to say, hey, we're going to keep 1 or 2 or one of Cedric / O'Hearn. Like if they trade one and say we're definitely going to pay and keep the other guy, I personally am all for that. But I also think that, and I think, Joey, actually something that we talked about yesterday, and I loved this part of it that we talked about with like just getting arms in, whether it is an ace or just quality veteran arms that come in just along that. I think with some of the guys that you can trade, you can then make a move in the offseason with some of those assets as you kind of replenish your farm system back. Oh, yeah. I think they can still be competitive even with moving off of some of their pieces. And again, I'm not saying like trade 12 players in the next 3 days or something, but like, move off of guys strategically that you think are not going, or that if you're the Orioles that you don't see in your plans, whether that's due to a young guy coming up or playing time constraints, and you think, okay, we don't have room for this guy, let's get what we can.
but then we see roles for other vets that we can re-sign. Because I agree, they should re-sign some of these vets, but I just don't think that, like, do you trade one of Eflin/Sagano, or is it only Morton that you move off of, or do you keep Morton and trade Eflin and Sagano? There are all those different combinations. But I think
you can't keep Charlie. You can't keep Charlie.
I don't think so either. I don't think so.
Yeah,
either,
oh man, but dude, it's just like, okay, so how many players can you get? Ryan O'Hearn made an All-Star team as a Baltimore Oriole. How many players can you get to come here that say, I love the Baltimore Orioles, I want to stay here? I'm not trying to move those guys, like, we'll see, though.
Yeah,
I get it. I get that. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy to see guys go because it is the personal aspect of he came up here, this is where he found himself, all of that, but it's from the business side of what's the best thing for going forward, and is potentially keeping guys for them to go elsewhere when you could have gotten 2 or 3 guys, even if they're prospects that you then trade to get guys to replace them. So I think if you know you are going to re-sign Seti, if you're going to re-sign Saranthi, if you're going to re-sign O'Hearn, you keep them. You keep them and you get the deal done. But if they're not a priority, or you don't think that you can, 1,000% you're getting them long term, I just don't think it's worth the risk to keep a guy and then he walks and now suddenly you're like, wow, we didn't get any.
I'm not saying keep all of them. I'm just saying it's time to realize the opportunity cost. And I mean, the future of first base is Mayo and O'Hearn, right? You think Mounty's going to stay? I'm not sure.
No, I think it's probably Basayo in there a little bit too.
But man, Basayo at first, like,
that's where he's been playing a lot.
He did the splits. He had
to
remember that.
Playing a lot in AAA. So it all comes down to kind of what their goal is long term.
I don't think it's as cut and dry as they're just gonna clean house and sell. I think there's a lot of tough decisions to be made, and they need to put themselves on a trajectory, right? And it's just which way are they going to go? Yeah. It's like,
I agree. It's going to be a very interesting next 72 hours, because I could see them going in a million different directions. I could see them trading 3. I could see them trading 6 guys. It's all going to depend on what they see. But Joey, appreciate you calling in as always.
Thank you.
Guy,
appreciate you.
Have a great one, and I'm loving the hat. Love the hat.
Great look.
We'll catch you next time. Awesome. Let's keep it rolling. We got our guy Arkansas Joe. Joe, how we doing today?
Joe, what's going on, man?
All right. First things first. I want to launch an official complaint to HR. Where is the timer?
Calm down, Joe.
Like I've been waiting
We're
here.
good. We're good.
It's a soft timer. I'm on my phone, so I can't.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kevin doesn't have it today.
I'm busy, so this is a timerless Kevin and Zach react tonight.
Red Sox are in a rain delay in the bottom of the 9th. That is horrendous.
That's terrible. Just call the game. What's the point of that?
That's awful.
That's tragic.
I mean, it's over, right? I mean, what's the point of that? But
yeah, what's on your mind?
Okay, so you guys talked about the trades, the baseball, all that stuff. I got more important stuff. Did you know this thing with Grok on X where you can see the most famous people that have seen your profile? Have you seen this?
I've been seeing that.
I've seen that going around, yeah.
So, congratulations, Kevin. You're number 2 on my list. Ryan Ripken was number 1.
Oh, man. All right.
Ryan's considered the most famous?
Yeah, on my list. I mean, who the hell's going to look at
Ryan.
Well, no, I was wondering if it went off followers.
Well, I think there are 2
I don't
options.
know how.
I think you can do most famous person, and then I think you can actually sort it by followers.
Oh,
yeah.
I
haven't done it, but that's what
sure. I've seen.
But we got to work on this, Zach, because you didn't make the cut, buddy. Rocco was 3.
Wow.
Hey, you know what Grok said? You know what Grok said you need to do to work on it? You need an appearance on Locked On Ravens. I'm not even kidding.
Did he? I'm
not even kidding.
Did they actually suggest that?
It did. It said, and I was like, Grok, Zach does a Ravens postgame show already. And it came back with, he needs to up his game. He needs to be on Locked On.
I need to be on Kevin. If I'm going to get into your most famous followers, Joe, I got to be on Kevin. I agree. I got to be on Locked On Ravens.
What? Yeah, this is a very pressing discussion that has to be had.
And I mean, I get why you can't pump your Orioles post-game show on Locked On Ravens when you do the when you say I'm an Orioles fan and do the FanDuel ad, Kevin.
Yes.
I get what there is another show on the network that will remain nameless, but yeah. You got to get Zach over there. We got to make him famous. Apparently, Rocco's famous from being
Kevin,
on
apparently
Locked On
you're
Ravens.
holding me back. You're the last thing that kept me from being famous.
Wow.
All this time. I've been putting in all this work, Kevin. Little did I know I just had to make an appearance on Locked On Ravens.
Wow, you know, Zach, I'm going to give you the opportunity of a lifetime. First time ever I'm doing this, actually. If you pay me $5,000, I'll let you on Locked On Ravens.
You can pay for spots on Locked On Ravens. Like paid ads these days.
Hey, get Ryan to pay for it. It's tax deductible. Get it out of the Ryan freaking media.
We had
That'll get him nice.
So-
yeah, you can write that off.
I had this whole thing planned with Shannon that we were going to open these Serums because they were cheaper than High Noon, and we got them at Sam's. And I already drank the first one, and she went to bed because I've been waiting here. But we're going to crack this peach. Did you? I thought you went to bed.
I did.
Okay. You did, but
how are they tasting, Joe?
Yeah, are they good? Are they good?
the Jamaica one was pretty decent. We're going to try this peach one, though.
Oh, very nice. All right.
Oh, that's really good.
Is it?
All right.
What do you think?
Thanks.
She said thanks. She walked away with it.
You know what? That's the best.
Yeah, that's
the highest compliment.
All you need to know.
Must be pretty good. It is really good.
There we go. That's where Orioles win, and now we know Seagram's maybe better than High Noons, at least for the price.
Gotta love it.
It's
For the price.
For the price.
Yeah, right.
I got a case for 25, so that's double the amount. So
Good deal. Love the deals.
it's
Yeah,
not
Kevin
quite-
loved a good deal.
They're
100 all the time.
3.2 and High Noons are 4.2, so it's not that
All
bad.
right, it's not too big of a
That's not
difference.
too bad. Not too bad.
And we'll give you an Arkansas fact real quick. Congratulations to Mr. Dick Allen, the first Arkansas traveler to make the Cooperstown this Sunday. He was the first African American to play for the Arkansas Travelers. Don't ask me the year because I don't remember. But
You know
he
what?
was the first African American to play for the Travelers, and I believe he's the first guy to make the Hall of Fame that has played for the Travelers. If Mike Trout makes it, he will also be an alumni of the Travelers because they used to be the Angels affiliate before they became.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's
The
good.
more you know. The more you know with Arkansas Joe.
But I love Ichiro's speech. That was amazing.
That was.
Throwing shade at the writer.
At the Marlins.
Yeah, the
Saying
Marlins.
he didn't know the Marlins, which was a joke apparently, because I listened to Nothing Personal today, and Samson said it was basically a joke. Like,
Yeah, I assume.
he knew who we were. We played the World Series, and but yeah, what a good speech from Ichiro.
Fantastic.
Well
It
deserved.
really was. Really good. It was good. But Joe, appreciate you calling in. Appreciate the facts and the
Yeah.
review.
Let's go. Seagram's review.
Seagram's review.
Awesome.
Maybe
Joe,
a sponsor one
appreciate
day.
you.
Maybe a
Hey,
sponsor.
you never
There
know.
you go. There you
Never
go.
know. Appreciate you, Joe. We'll talk to you next time.
Later,
Awesome,
guys.
man. Appreciate you, Joe.
Peace. Awesome. Let's head on to our last caller of the night. We got Steven behind the scenes. Steven, what's up, man?
Steven, what's up?
Well, it's a really good day when the Blue Jays lose to us. We're
Yeah.
always going to be the best birds in the division. They can suck it, kiss whatever they want to kiss. They can lick the bottom of our boots. Screw the Blue Jays. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's get all that's out the way.
Woo!
Go
God.
Orioles, baby.
That was fun. That was a fun one. I will say that. That one felt good because it felt good to get out there and just gain momentum against a good team. Continue just building off of, yes, it was the Rockies, but winning 2 games and then coming out and winning this one, it does mean something. So it feels good.
It's definitely a feel good. It's a feel good to have Adley back in the lineup, but still people are wondering if he's the guy that everybody thought he was. You hear on foul territory from Ken Rosenthal himself. So it's, but for now, I'm not going to be negative about that because it's like, hey, we got him back. We beat the Blue Jays. Let's go take the series from them.
Yeah, win both tomorrow. Take them. That's the big thing right now. Is keep on the right track. Just keep winning games because at the end of the day, you can't control anyone else. Just continue to reestablish that winning culture in Baltimore because that's going to take you a lot further next year than tanking this year and just hoping for the best.
Yep. Just keep on.
I don't even know if they are tanking on purpose because I don't think they are. Like obviously, say the Rockies are, the White Sox kind of. You can make that argument there too, but or heck, even the Pirates. It's like, and yet they've got more talent, arguably, than we do at the major league level in Paul Skeens, and with Mitch Keller, all them. But it's just, I think they're just sucking this year, and for lack of a better phrase for it. And it's just, you can't let that drag into next year because if you get off to an awful start next year, oh boy, then you kind of just did everything you did this deadline, this off season for naught. And it's just, it goes back to what everybody's been saying for months. It's just, you got to look at the coaching at the major league level because it looks like you got it figured out at the minor league level, and that fool's golds you a little bit into thinking, oh, they're going to be great up here too. It's just, you see it at the major league level now where it's just, hey, our guys are backsliding a little bit. What's going on here? Hey, but yeah, that's about it. It's just, they're just sucking right now. And they're obviously not right now. You beat the Blue Jays. So
but over this season, over this season, it has not been easy. It has not been fun. And they've had a lot of adversity. They faced a lot. And hopefully it's one of those seasons that in, a few years we can look back on as helping. Yeah. It helps them out. It mentally toughens them and it gets them to that point where they can go out there and hopefully maybe win a World Series in the next few years because this core, you build off of it. I still believe in this core. I still think you bring up Asai, you bring up those guys. You got to get some pitching, but I think they do have the bases there. The foundation is there. It's about extending the foundation and it's about adding on to it because foundation has gotten you so far. But I do agree. I think pitching's big this offseason. I think it's also going to be big for them to just honestly, change of manager, stuff like that's going to be the biggest thing.
I got two questions here. Do you think the pitching was better last free agency in the offseason or this free agency in the offseason? Because there's definitely an argument to be made that there's more of it next offseason, but there's a better quality last offseason.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, they missed out last offseason. I think this offseason you can't miss out again. They got to get someone. You can't, after everything that happened this year, just go into next year hoping that Grayson comes back, hoping Kyle Bradish is at his, peak, all that stuff. They got to go after at least two guys.
Oh, yeah. And two, who do you think they go get as manager? Not who do you want, who do you think they go get?
I'm not sure. I would love, obviously, for Skip Schumacher to come here. I think they're going to go someone older. That's me personally. I think they need a guy who just comes in. He knows the game. He's been there, done that, the old school type guy. I think that you're going to get more, or they can get more out of this team maybe than a young guy. So if Skip Schumacher gets the job, I would love it, but I think they might go in the direction of they want an older, been there, done that type manager.
I think so too. It's but I would love Skip Schumacher, but anytime I've heard his name mentioned for our job, they're like, oh yeah, well, we've heard that name, but we are pretty convinced he's the heir apparent in Texas when Bochy goes.
Yeah.
And Flaherty is the one everybody else is really like, hey, that's great. He'd be a great fit there. And I'm just, Well, we did an experienced at the major league level manager with Brandon Hyde. I mean, obviously not when he left because he had like years of managerial experience managing us. But like, I don't know if they want to go first time manager again, or would they?
I just don't think that benefits them. You know, they have so many players that haven't been there, haven't done that, especially in the playoffs. They haven't had success there. So if they're able to go out there, I think adding another inexperienced guy wouldn't be the best move. I think getting a guy who can give you experience, who knows how to handle those moments, that's going to be the best for them going forward. But Steven, appreciate you as always, my guy. Hopefully we continue to talk after some wins.
Yeah, appreciate you, Steven.
Yeah, no problem, guys. Love you.
Awesome.
All right.
Appreciate you, Steven. We'll see you next time. Great feelings, great vibes after a win, as always. It feels good. Feels good.
I love it. I love it. Keep it going. Keep it going. Got a busy week ahead. Lots of unknowns, but the known is that the Orioles won tonight. That's what we do now.
That's what we do now. Kevin, anything else?
No, that's all I got. I was gonna give out some crazy name for manager, but I couldn't think of anybody. So
yeah, and manager's I feel like we can sit here and name guys all day, and then baseball's one of those where they're like, there's a guy who comes out who hasn't managed in like 15 years. Like we see that all the time in baseball.
You know what? Mike Elias for manager.
There we go. There it is. You heard it here first. Mike Elias is naming himself manager next year.
Yeah, can't
but
wait.
That's going to do it for this edition of Kevin and Zach React. We have 2 games tomorrow. We'll do 1 show after Game 2. Game 1 will be live on the Ryan Ripken Show during, most likely. So head over there for In the Moment and right after reactions, because it'll probably be finishing up as we're starting the show. So go over and check that out. Also hit that like and subscribe button if you're new to the channel here. We're about 21 subscribers away from 2,000. Kevin, also, I forgot to tell you, I mentioned this on the channel earlier because when I went to put the link in, it told me it's our 1 year anniversary.
I saw that too.
1 year anniversary of the channel. So happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. We've come a long way and definitely didn't curse the Orioles in making the channel. But
yeah, definitely did not. Stop saying we cursed the Orioles. We didn't curse the Orioles. All right, we didn't curse the Orioles.
Never.
Everyone stop those rumors. We didn't. We are not the reason they're losing.
No. Quite the opposite. Actually, we've blessed them.
Well, appreciate everyone who still tunes in even after tough game.
Yeah, really do appreciate that.
Season. We appreciate everyone. So appreciate everything. And we'll see you tomorrow for another edition of Kevin and Zach React. Mickey Janis.
Oh, recently retired. Retired. Shout out. I'm going to go with current future Oriole and now leadoff hitter Roman Anthony.
Heard it here first.